Thinking back to the way Tateno had put his life on the line to rescue a bunch of strangers made Kano feel the more raw about just telling these syndicate members. Letting the crooks just wander around wasn't going to bring Mario Sawa to safety. Of that, Kano was now certain. Shoot, it's being pretty bad, he heard someone say behind him. What the fuck? He turned and saw two young men carrying another along. There was a towel wrapped tightly around the third's head. Hey, what happened? Kano asked. Shut your mouth, Kano blanched. Ken, that attitude, he's trying to help, another voice cut in. Oh, it was Sasayama. Had he finished eating with the girl by the station then? What happened to your friend? Out of my way, man. I ain't afraid to kick your ass. Look, cut the crap and let me take a quick look. Sasayama unwrapped the towel from around the young man's head. That's nasty. The young guy was a little more than a kid. His head was soaked red with blood. He appeared to be unconscious. They couldn't just leave him like this, but they were in the middle of a job. They should probably call juvenile affairs. They were in the middle of a job, but they couldn't just leave him like this. They should probably take him to a hospital. I mean, hospital takes the case, but why juvenile affairs? In the middle of a job, but they couldn't just leave him like this. They should probably take him to a hospital. Kano offered to help carry the bloody young man, but Sasayama stepped in front of him. He quickly flashed the two youths his badge. Oh crap, you a cop? Sasayama nodded. Who you kids with? The Baps? Shibuya's #2 gang. Its leader, Sohei Akari, has gathered up some big mean dudes in an attempt to make Shibuya his turf. The gang's leadership is inferior to that of SOS, but on an individual level. Its members tend to be stronger in a fight. Word is that the rise of the BAMPs is one of the reasons SOS has been growing more combative recently. SOS? SOS? Admitted one of the young men after some hesitation. Who attacked you? Yo, it ain't like that. What was it like then? In fighting? The young man was silent. Sasayama must have been right on the mark. In the course of his police duties, Kano picked up a fair amount of street gossip from the young people in Shibuya. The idea that scuttlebutt about the legendary SOS gang was that they were dealing with some internal strife. Look, don't worry about it, I get it. There's a hospital just down that way. Hurry up and get him there. The young man batted off Sasayama's offered hand and quickly hauled his friend away. Sounds like SOS is on the verge of breaking up with all this infighting, huh? Kano asked. He kept his eyes on the young men as they headed off. Yeah, this has been pretty rough. You know, with the original leader leaving it all, detectives in juvenile affairs were well acquainted with SOS original leader. That'd be Achiendo. Initially, SOS was nothing more than a small group of like-minded young people who hung out together. But as this membership grew, the general public began referring to the group as a gang. Word has it that back when Achi was in charge, gang members never started any conflicts themselves. Some responded in kind when others brought fights their way. Stories were like something out some after-school special. There were tales of them taking down gangs who sold drugs to kids or breaking into Yakuza front offices to see their friends. Detectives with juvenile affairs took these stories with a grain of salt, but if there really were young people like that out there, Kano hoped to meet them someday. Oh, we technically did. The detectives had to hurry to catch up with the man they were tailing. He was still strolling along, seemingly in no particular hurry. They kept him in sight as he crossed another pedestrian overpass and circled back around. Still following the same MO, huh? Sasayama grumbled. Guess so, Kano said. How'd things go with the girl? He was careful not to take his eyes off the mark as they talked. They managed to calm her down and get her on the train. She was going on about how she wanted to go someplace far, far away, but whatever, it's all good now. I feel kind of bad about the whole thing, Kano said. Well, she's not pertinent to the case anyhow. Guess he's back to docking this guy. Sasayama nodded toward the suspect, looking not too pleased. So, Sasayama, I'm thinking that attaché case is going to get handed off again any moment now, huh? Sasayama appeared at the mark, who was scanning the plaza. He just entered apparently looking for someone. I take one side, you take the other, Kano suggested. Sasayama's eyes went wide. Say what now? That way your apparent both perps involved with the handoff. Sasayama didn't reply. Look, excuse me thinking about the hostage's safety, Kano said, but that needs to take priority here. Sasayama's face took on a solemnity. Disobeying a direct order is not something to do lightly. Detective's behavior is governed by the Local Public Service Act. Article 32 states that a detective is to faithfully follow the orders of his superior in the course of his duties. Violating this is punishable by a warning, reduction in pay, suspension from duty, or dismissal. In the event of a warning, not only is the individual expected to submit a formal letter of apology, but pay raises may be delayed or performance bonuses cut. Then that's our moment to get it, but I'm on board. I'm sick of all this wandering around anyway. That's the Sasayama I know, Kano replied with a chuckle. Sasayama gave him a silent thumbs up. Two detectives took up position on opposite sides of the plaza. Kano called up Sasayama on his cell phone. Ready? He asked. Just give the word. There were only two non-Japanese people in the nearby crowd, both were eyeing the surroundings anxiously. Kano was certain the handoff was about to take place, and then, well, if it isn't Mr. Toyama. Kano's ears pricked up at the sound of an aggressive greet and the voice dripping with a framed cheer. He whirled around to see two rough-looking young men confronting a father and his daughter. The older man looked pained. Please, just hold on, he said placatingly. I thought we agreed on 4 o'clock, the young man snarled. Don't you try and play dumb with us, buddy. It's nothing like that, I swear. My girl was just hungry, so I just stepped out to... Yeah, how come you didn't just order delivery, huh? Ah, yes, right. I suppose that would work too, huh? I feel... Well, don't you me, man. Kano watched the argument as uneasily. The stranger's altercation put him in a bit of a spot. The crook he was tailing probably wouldn't risk handing out the case with an uproar like this going on. What's going on over there? Sasayama asked. I'm not sure, Kano replied. Looks like some kind of argument. The suspects are gonna get wary on us. It's gonna screw up the whole handoff. Yeah, I know. So do something about it and get over here, Sasayama said. What? Find some way to shut them up and then get over here. Oh, sure, alright. Kano headed toward the argument. He was only halfway there when Sasayama called again. He sounded panicked. Hey, Kano! He made a run for it. Huh? Oh, crap. The man they'd been tailing had vanished in the brief time Kano had taken his eyes off of him. Wait up, Kano shouted. Sasayama was racing after the suspect and Kano rushed to join him. The man was surprisingly quick, however, and neither detective managed to catch up. In fact, they soon lost sight of him and missed the teeming crowds. Frantically, they dashed through the streets as fast and as hard as they could. He lost him, Sasayama admitted at last. Damn it! He stamped his foot on the asphalt in disgust. Director Kuze, Kano gasped over the wireless. I'm sorry, but we lost the man with the attaché case. There was a heavy sigh on the other end of the line. Kano braced himself. He wasn't going to be able to weasel out of this one with just an "I'll do better next time." Sasayama, Kano, get your asses back to the precinct. Kuze out. With that, Kuze switched out the line. Back to the precinct. Kano knew full well what that meant. They were off the case. There was a gnawing in his gut. If those two punks hadn't shown up, no. If that father and his daughter hadn't turned up, he might have been able to apprehend the suspect. So I gotta make him run, then? Aw, don't let it get you down, Sasayama said. I mean, paper pushing can be kind of fun. The look on his face, however, suggested he didn't think it was fun at all, not one bit. With the air of two men heading to an execution, Kano and Sasayama trudged back toward the Shibuya precinct. Okay. Bad end. Number 18, back to the precinct. Kano was taken off the case because he lost track of the suspect thanks to a random altercation nearby. And his glum conclusion was correct. If that father-daughter duo hadn't shown up, this wouldn't have happened. A certain someone needs to give those two some better advice. And a certain other someone needs to meet up with them outside. And a certain other someone needs to meet with them outside his or her house. Both of those are key to changing poor Kano's fate. So one of them, the second one's bugging me. A certain someone needs to meet up with them outside his or her house. It's either Tom or Sawa. Kano, why do you keep getting the bad endings, man?